At Mesquite High School in Gilbert, Arizona, chemistry teacher Stephen Dozer has collected a ragtag group of teenagers to create an underdog sports team. But they're not playing football or basketball. For these teens, their sport of choice is video games. They'll be competing in a newly established eSports league against other schools in their district. Competitive gaming, also known as eSports, is a rapidly growing pastime and has become a career for many. Could eSports be something high school students make a career out of? Or is it just another passing fad? From Spot 127, this is SPOTcast. I'm your host, Dominik, Deciga, and today I'm joined by my guest, Ubaldo Ruiz.
Hey.
Jose Perez.
Hello, everyone.
And Marcus Bravo.
Thanks for having me.
Now, let's get started. Now, Ubaldo, do you consider esports a serious sport, and what do you think the average person thinks of it?
Well, in my opinion, I think esports could be a serious sport because there's many technical things that go into it. Like, you have to communicate with your team. There's you think about should I pull back or should I rush in? Or there's other moves, things you have to think about before you go into the game. And also there's practice sections, and there's different games as well. Will focus on many different aspects, like League of Legends, Dota, for example. And the average person, I guess, they wouldn't think of it as a serious game because just think of it as just video games to play for fun.
Now, Jose, what kind of teenagers are more likely to join an esports team than, say, a football team? What kind of traits do they have?
These people are usually introverts or don't really have very many social skills at all.
Now, building off of that, Marcus, Jose mentioned social skills and more introverted people who are likely to join esports team. Now, do you think that these are skills that they could learn from joining an esports team? We know that normal sports teams usually do teach these kind of skills, but what about for gaming teams?
Well, in normal sports, you gain stuff like leadership and self-confidence and strength, and you also learn teamwork. But in esports, it's a little different because sometimes in esports you are playing by yourself and you're more attached to a screen, so there's kind of social skills to be lost, seeing as how you don't go outside so much and you don't interact with people as often as usual.
Now, Marcus, what do you think is that kind of difference between a normal sports player and maybe a casual gamer, and then even between a professional gamer as well?
So for a casual gamer, I think a casual player plays more for fun. Like if it's a rainy day or if they're bored, they'll play just so that they can get their mind off things and have fun. Whereas for a professional player, they think they can make a living off of video games. Like they can compete and win and earn, I guess, prestige, and they can earn some money off of it.
And Ubaldo, we've been talking about how this kind of has an opportunity for growth in Arizona, especially among our teenagers in high school. What kind of opportunities are there in terms of college, scholarships, full rides, or even as a career straight out of high school?
Well, what I think is since the esports scene is it's been getting a lot of attention, but it's still growing. It's not reached to that point where students will be receiving scholarships for the esports teams, so those competitions and everything. But the closest thing I guess they can get to a esports scholarship for college or to anywhere they want to go to high school, it will be going to a tournament, winning the cash money or the prize. They get to use that money for college. That can be one way to do it.
Now, Jose, this one's for you. Do you think that this is going to be something that grows in Arizona, this kind of esports league among any kind of school district? Or do you think this is just going to be a passing fad where we won't see this in a few years?
I think it is going to become bigger because, such as how Let's Plays were on YouTube a few years back. There's different types of video games, and so a lot of different people are going to be interested into different games, and so there's usually a game for everyone out there.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank my guest Ubaldo Ruiz.
Thank you.
Jose Perez.
Thanks for having me.
And Marcus Bravo.
Thanks again.
for being here with me today. For Spot 127, I'm Dominik Deciga, and this is SPOTcast.